What we do is we examine the tax changes that have happened across the years across the provinces to look at how sensitive revenues are to higher tax rates, and secondly, what kind of impact these higher rates would have on measures of inequality. What we find is that when provinces put up their tax rates on high earners, some part of the revenue that otherwise would be booked by high earners in those provinces ends up going outside the province, not appearing in provincial coffers. That happens for a number of reasons. One reason might be that high earners work less. One might be that they use accounting methods to shift some of the income, maybe out of the country, maybe to a different form that's taxed less through a corporation or something, and maybe to a different province. What Michael Smart and I find is that these kinds of shifting techniques are really important to consider when you're looking at the revenue that might be raised by such a provincial high earner tax bracket. The second aspect of our study is to look at what happens to measures of inequality. Over the past 30 years in Canada, we've seen a trend towards higher inequality driven mostly by income concentration among high earners. This kind of high earner tax bracket might have the impact of pushing back against that income concentration trend among high earners. However, what we find is, while it is potentially successful in pushing back a bit against those trends, it's not going to be successful in pushing back entirely against those trends. So looking forward, our study also has implications for current policy developments in this area. The new federal government has promised to instigate a new high earner bracket of 4 percentage points higher for those over $200,000 of income. Now, what's different at the federal level compared to the provincial level is these kinds of income shifting techniques that we studied are less easy to do at the federal level because you can't simply avoid the new federal taxes by shifting money across provincial borders anymore, because you're going to face the same federal rate no matter what province in which your income is taxed. So what that means is it's potentially more efficient to enact these kinds of measures at the federal level than the provincial level.